Hello, everyone. Welcome into episode 52, right? Correct. 52 of Sunny Sit Down. And we are so excited. This was kind of like, not like a last minute, but it was kind of like on Wednesday or Tuesday. We're like, let's just do like a little live on Friday.
We're just last minute people around here.
We are apparently
with you know what? We're gonna
let's go live and hang out.
Just do it.
Yeah. So today we are going to be doing some usual fun stuff. We have some guests who are backstage, but before we welcome them in, be sure to leave this stream a like, play along in the comments here down below. If you're new to our channel, subscribe for more live streams, Disney stuff, and then be sure to subscribe to our guests who are hanging out backstage, like I said, and we'll welcome them shortly. But we're so excited to be here. We love going live, and we hope that you're all excited for a fun night of madness over here. Who knows what could happen on this live, like anything really, I guess. Right? Anything. All right. So we'll welcome our guests and then welcome the chat and everyone. I see that Caitlin's already here. She is like sat, hot cocoa. I love that. I wish I had a hot cocoa. I just have a Diet Coke instead.
Yesterday, you almost made us drive to the store to get a hot cocoa, but it was late because we were
all I wanted. I said I could just a hot cocoa, and marshmallows.
I said, no, we're not going there now. And then I said, I think I have a singular hot cocoa pack. And I
from
did.
Last year. And
probably
I said,
from
oh,
3 years
baby.
Ago.
And it hit, I'll tell you. It was so good. It was delicious.
So
let's welcome our guests because they're probably just in the back and they're like, when are they going to click it? And then they're like smiling and who knows. But here they are, Brianna and Cory. Welcome.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's great. You know, every time that we're backstage and we're watching you, I get like a little bit of a nervous sweat in my hands. Different being in the back and I'm like, whoa. I'm on now.
I just started acting weird.
Yeah, then I get awkward.
What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And so I decided we had to go seek.
So that was what we decided.
Yeah. Well, I'm always kind of in the awkward when it's like the little like intro plays. And then when it kind of comes to the end, then we just go like this and we sit here and we smile. And it's like we've been doing that the whole time, but we haven't.
Yeah. I also am all confused because I had it saved before like all their links, but now with the last name change,
we
have to go
adjust.
Sorry.
With the ring on the finger.
Goodness.
Sorry.
But we're so excited to be here, and thank you guys for joining us. You're welcome anytime.
For having us.
I've been here every day, all day. I wish this was our full-time gig.
Just do live every day.
Let's just do it every night, live stream all the time. But we'll welcome some friends in our chat, and then we'll kind of explain what we're doing because I'm sure that with all four of us chatting up a storm, who knows how long we could be here for and what we're going to get into. We're so excited. Yeah.
So 3 hours. We have a bar race, so.
So Caitlin's here. She's ready. We love you.
Caitlin girl.
Thanks for being here, buddy. We love you. Dreaming of Tomorrowland is here. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Hannah is here. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for being here. And Caitlin says hours, and that is true. If you're new and this is the first time you're on a live, it's going to be a couple hours. So
sit back.
Happy Friday night.
Yeah, sit back, relax, and let's hang.
Who needs to go out to a bar when you could do this on your couch?
Really?
I mean, Kay is here. Welcome. Thanks for being here, Kay. And with all that, again, as more people kind of come in, we'll welcome everyone. But if you're new to these lives or if you haven't been in a little while, we are going to do some fun stuff here, and all of you in the chat will have a say, and we'll get into that very shortly. So without further ado, let's kick off our segment for today. And I mean, Caitlin probably at home is saying this because she said it when she was on the last live. It's a bracket. We got a bracket battle for today, and this is round 3 of what we are calling Disney Knockout. And how Disney Knockout works is it's basically like a match to the knockout between 2 Disney characters that go head to head, and whichever one is going to come out on top. This time, though, for a little curveball, we are doing hero and villain duos, meaning that the hero and the villain from their movie will collectively be a team to go up against another duo. So that may factor into your vote because maybe they're not going to work well together. But this is basically like if you think about these like 2 and 2 were plucked in like an arena and dropped there, and there they go. And it's a little battle.
Let me tell you, the amount of villains that are going to pull for the good
for
person
their duo
is about to be nuts.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
It's going to be crazy. Some of them I think will be a little like sweep you through, but who knows? We got 32 pairs, which seems like a lot, but some of them are going to go through quick. So that's going to be okay. It's going to be a great time. Like I said, all of you in the chat will each have a vote. If there's other people in the room with you and they want to play, then just kind of say like this person, like whatever, like say who's voting for what. And then all 4 of us will each collectively get a vote. So there'll be 4 votes here, and then all the votes in the chat, we'll add them up and decide our ultimate duo winner for tonight. Kind of crazy. Perfect. So if we're all ready, we'll see some thumbs. We'll get this thing going. Ashley is here. We're so excited you're here. Thanks for being here. And talking Disney is the best way to spend a Friday. I agree.
100%. Amen.
We love you guys. So we're going to get into this then. And I'm excited to see, because again, also to preface, all of the matchups are random. I put them all in. I click like fill spots, and it just fills all the spots. So I don't pick the matchups. It's just all random. All right. Awesome. So our first matchup is Mayor Bellwether and Judy Hopps from Zootopia versus Randall and Sully from Monsters, Inc.
You know, talk about a punch in the face for our first round. This is tough.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like, again, with this, like, I think that one of these is probably very easily the winner, but I think what's hard about these is some of the characters, I think when you think of knockout, it's like a battle. Some of them are so nice, but I guess in this situation you would just have to battle it out. Like I think that I don't know. Judy's pretty nice, but I think if she had
I have my answer. I know that.
Yeah, go for it, Corey.
I have to give the nod to Sully and Sid.
Who?
Not Sid, excuse me.
Randall,
thank you. I don't know why I said Sid. I don't know why I had Toy Story in my head for some reason, but Randall. But Smellweather is what I'm going to call her.
Yeah.
Even though she's so like not in the film and not really prevalent the entire time until she's the bad guy for the 5 minutes that she's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Where Randall is literally poking the bear the whole time.
Yep.
And those two are going at it. But if I were to choose between these two in an arena together, I'm sorry, they're both eating the two of them easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a hard one. Only for a quick second, though. I do love Judy Hopps. I love her. I think she's scrappy. I think she has a very never give up attitude. However, I don't know if the two of them would be able to beat unfortunately, the two that they're paired against. So my vote is going to be for Sid and Sully. No, you said Sid.
I said Sid. I don't know what in God's name made me say Sid.
It's so funny.
It's a long week of work, people. So sorry.
It's fair. I'm going to say the same. I think what's kind of like underrated is like you think about like the like abilities of the characters, and Randall can kind of like blend in, which I think is kind of a sneaky little like ability that he can kind of like slink around. And I think that they've also both worked together. They're co-workers, even if they like hate each other. At least they have some kind of a better like relationship that if they had to work together, I think that they could. Bellwether is just kind of like a nasty person for like the 5 minutes. And I just don't think that she'd be like a really good team player with Judy. So I'm going to pick the two big guys over there.
I'm also picking them because there's like the scene where, remember, he like gets mad at the simulator.
Yeah, Sully can get pretty angry. Yeah.
So I think if he had to, he definitely could.
And Randall also was getting ready to
Randall's mean.
Stick a machine on Boo or whoever. He's like a nasty guy. I think he's kind of an underrated nasty guy.
He was literally trying to like get literal, what's her name?
Boo, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hook her up to that machine. He's like a scary guy. We'll see what everyone else has to say. Dapper Vanta Crew, hello, welcome. Thanks for being here. A says Randall and Sully. Elisa is here. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Says Randall and Sully. Alexis agrees. Hannah agrees. This is also hilarious. Randall's face is how I look first thing in the morning. Very funny. Also saying Sully and Randall. He protected Boo, and that deserves a win. And Caitlin agrees. Randall, be nasty. So they're going to take the first matchup. So that's how this will work. There's the example is the first little round. So they're going to move on to the next round. We'll do this whole left side of the bracket and then move on to the other side. So next up, we have Mother Gothel and Rapunzel versus Yokai and Hero from Big Hero 6.
Oh, this is a pretty strong, like,
It's an interesting matchup.
Yeah, strong matchup.
Any initial thoughts? Anybody got anything to say?
I've never seen Big Hero 6.
That's fair.
What?
Some of
Watch it.
some of these are going to be maybe
I love
ones
Big
like
Hero
that where
6.
like haven't seen them in a while. Like
I've
essentially,
seen this movie once back in. I've seen Big Hero 6 once back in February when I had COVID. Great film.
Yep. This one's tough because I think
It's not
you
tough for me.
no, who are you picking?
No, go ahead.
Oh no, like I'm just gonna say like on who that I would like better. I love Rapunzel. I just think that like Yokai is kind of a scary guy. Like he just looks scary, and like doesn't he control all of those like little bot things?
The little nanobot things, yeah.
And Hero's kind of like
Hero's a
a
genius.
superhero genius. Like essentially, he's like in the suit.
He's like a prodigy.
So I think it's going to be them. I just think that Mother Gothel, like she has like her little dagger, but I don't really think that she would be doing too much. And Rapunzel has her frying pan, which is great. Like, and the hair could maybe trip up some people, but I think that maybe the bots of Yokai is a little bit too much for them.
Yeah, like I was going with them as the obvious choice because, like, they can. I feel like they have like advantages. I think Rapunzel has potential, but just not enough potential to live up to these two.
And I'll also add one more thing. They at least like are essentially like a mother-daughter, so maybe they'd work well together because she hadn't believed that for a while. If,
but now she's
depending
like
on when this was in her story. Anyway, you guys go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna choose Big Hero 6 and hop on that train as well. Mother Gothel does nothing except try to manipulate, and that's not going to get far with the robots. And Rapunzel's hair is just going to fix the robots if they break, if she sings. So, Big Hero 6 for you.
Okay. So I am going to be the odd man out, and not only because I haven't seen Big Hero 6, but I am going to go with Mother Gothel and Rapunzel. And I think we're all forgetting that this psychopath stole a baby so she could live forever, so she would never die. Like, I think we forget about the psychoness in her brain, where I think that she may go to any length to get the job done, as we see in the movie. She follows after her. She's willing to kill Flynn as long as she's there. And there's all these like crazy things that she does. So if I saw Big Hero 6, I'm hearing Spider-Bot, I'm hearing Evil Man. I'm wondering if that's the route I would go had I seen the movie. But having not seen the movie, I do think that she's not a bad matchup because she's crazy. And I think that Rapunzel is very brave. So I wonder how they would pair. So my vote's going to be for them.
It's fair. Good points. I love it. And a lot of people in the chat would agree with you. A lot of people so far.
Okay.
As Mother knows best, Hannah, she's also hopping on the train with them. Elisa agrees, Mother Gothel and Rapunzel. She'd manipulate the opponent while Punzi comes in with the frying pan. There you go.
Oh, I forgot about the frying pan.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Ashley also wants to add that she has the good hair, which can be used for lots of things. Alex is here. Welcome. Votes Mother and Rapunzel. Kay votes for the two from Big Hero 6. So does Alexis. Stacy's here. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Votes for Big Hero 6. And Jedi Alley is here. Ooh, there we go. Love it. And says, sorry. This was already Stacy's vote already from earlier. What's our winner?
Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6 barely, though.
Barely.
A close one.
Wow.
And moving on. So next up, we have Lotso and Woody versus Madam Mim and Merlin from Sword in the Stone.
I don't know the last time I saw Sword in the Stone.
I don't even think I've ever seen the film.
Me neither. I just know.
Why did you put it in here?
Because
from Mim,
truth be told, we had to get to like 32 to make it all fit. And second of all, they have like a pretty cool little duel where they turn into a bunch of animals and they kind of fight each other, which is kind of fun. So I feel like that's like a kind of a fun duo. I wish that I could vote for Woody and Lotso, but like I think that Lotso is a little like too old. He's got the cane. Like
he's so sweet.
Yeah.
He smells like strawberries.
Yeah. So maybe that like I kind of think in this matchup, which this is so random, I think that Madam Mim would like love Lotso and she'd be a bit like distracted. She'd think he's so cute, smells like strawberry. Like she kind of gives me that vibe that she'd.
So you think they're gonna win?
No.
Who are you voting for?
Well, Merlin and Madam Mim. I don't think that two toys can take down like a wizard and a witch, in my opinion.
See, if this was Woody and now Sid,
right? Yeah.
I would be choosing that. But 2 toys are not going to stand a chance against magic. Goodness no.
This is where I think and even in the last 2, I think about it. Woody doesn't have like a little bit of crazy like Rapunzel and the other ones, right? Like he's just your all-American Joe. He's a cowboy. He fights for the good of all. I don't know how he would pair well with Lotso, and I don't think he has it in him to like fight others. He fights for others. He doesn't fight others. So I'm gonna go with what was it, Madam Mim and Pim? What was the name?
Merlin.
Merlin. Okay.
The wizard. You've never heard Merlin the wizard?
I don't know. I just see
And
people
then
pull the sword
also-
out of the thing at Disney World, and no one ever does it. I don't know what this
And
is.
then also my vote was for Merlin and
Pim.
There we go. Pim and
Yeah.
Mim.
Pim.
Pim and Mim.
Lotso is only good for delegating. He doesn't do anything. Himself.
Right. Yeah. No, it's fair.
So it's going to be doing Woody doing everything, and that's going to get them nowhere.
Yeah, good answer.
That's a good
That's
answer.
true,
What
yeah.
about you?
Yes, I agree with everything that has been said. I don't think there's much more to say for these 2. Like, I think it's a little bit of an unfair battle here to start off with for the toys.
I
Yeah.
also do though, like Woody kind of gives me the vibe of like, you know how in Avengers Endgame, Captain America's getting beat up and goes, I could do this all day or whatever. I think that Woody would get knocked around and still get up and really try to fight, but it just wouldn't happen. You know,
Never seen Endgame. Sorry, Brianna's brother.
Yeah, we're only into the first 4 of the Marvel movies. We haven't seen anything past
Our next one's Iron Man
3.
3.
I can't say any further. That doesn't really spoil anything, so I don't want
Yeah,
to.
I was gonna say the minute you started talking about Endgame, I was like, oh God, please don't say anything.
Okay, done.
It's our winter project.
Love it. I love it. You're gonna love it. That was Heidi's first Marvel movie ever. Was Endgame, which was so silly.
Ours was
Started with a bang.
yeah, what? Isn't that like the best
That's
or
like the culmination. But it came out in theaters when we worked at a summer camp. And Heidi, this was before we were dating, and I looked over, and at some point Heidi was crying, and I said, "She's a good one." Yep.
Oh, that's sweet.
I didn't even know what was happening. when I was
Don't
crying.
spoil
I'm
though,
not
'cause they
saying-
haven't
I don't even
seen.
remember why I was crying.
Good. Okay. But I think that we're all in
Unison.
Yeah.
the Wizards.
Yes.
Elisa votes for Mim and Merlin. So does Kay and Alex and Hannah. Although Lotso could put up a fight, but Woody is useless in a fight. There we go. Thinking that maybe Lotso could land some blows, but
Dang.
we will never know because they're out of here.
Where's your kid now, Sheriff?
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of the toys, Buzz and Zurg, which I guess is like his dad, right? Or I don't even know if
Oh,
they
that was
changed
all
that up.
weird in the.
Versus King Candy and Wreck-It Ralph. I don't know much about King Candy at all, but again, this was one to get to 32. But I know that Ralph is a big guy,
Yeah.
a pretty strapping guy. I think he could do some damage. You know,
Yep.
he's gonna wreck it. He could. I think this isn't even close, right? It's 2 toys.
You should have managed to.
But here's
Here's
the thing. Do the
Give those
toys
poor guys a break.
do the
they have
toys have their
powers?
actual powers?
Like, can Buzz
Yeah.
actually
Like
fly
a
and
You're
and
right.
shoot, you know?
You're right. Okay, how about this? How about Buzz has a laser and Zurg has that cannon
That
thing
gun
and it's
thing.
real? Okay, yeah. So then, yeah, you're right. Maybe and he can fly.
If we're giving powers, I'm giving it to the toys.
Okay,
Okay.
powers. Yeah.
Buzz will literally is the true epitome of I'm not going
Gonna give up,
down
yeah.
until
Right.
I'm dead.
Okay.
And Zurg is just the little crazy that we're all looking for. That he just has a lust for power, and I think the 2 of them would actually do well.
Oh, okay. I like it. Okay, powers. What are you thinking?
I don't know. It's tough because like they have the powers, but I feel like Ralph is just so big that like he can just smack him.
The only pro to now Corey's now making me think about it now is because if Buzz is flying around shooting a laser, how's Ralph like he would like if Buzz came close to him, it'd be over. One hit and he's out of here. But he'd have to
Right.
come close enough.
But they're so little. Would the lasers even hurt him?
Yeah, if it's a real laser, he's
But
flying
he's
around.
so real big. He's like a giant. He's like the
Toy
Hulk.
Story 2, where Rex is playing the video game as Buzz, where we meet that where he tries to defeat Zurg and he defeats all the robots.
Yeah.
I think all those robots combined are stronger than Ralph just punching, personally. And King Candy, similar to Lotso, Hug and Bear, is a delegator. He doesn't do
Yeah,
anything.
that's true.
Okay, I'm gonna do Buzz and Zurg.
Okay. I'm doing my guy still.
You're doing Ralph
go
still?
Ralph.
A big guy.
Ralph.
Ralph.
Yeah, I'm putting my money on him.
What about you, Brianna?
Oh, I have to just make a decision because I mean, this isn't we're not winning $1 million to get to the end here.
Yes, we are.
But so I'm going to give my 2 cents because we all know I like to yap, but I'll make it quick. I want to vote for Zurg and Buzz because I do believe that the lasers and their triumph and their partnership would be done really well. So they are going to be my vote. I am voting for Zurg and Buzz. I do think that they would win. My reasons why, I think that their opponents, Ralph is massive. Like one punch and I think they're both done. Like we all need to remember they are the size of toys. However, King Candy is so aloof that I don't even think he'd know where he was in the battle. So I just, I mean, look at even his picture. He's like, what's happening? So I just don't know how in it he would be. So then I feel like Ralph would just be frustrated and get upset. He's already very emotional, doesn't like to be the bad guy. So I don't think they would succeed. I think Zurg and Buzz would defeat them.
That's good rationale. I love. See, this is just my favorite. Like, this is the most random live stream ever, but it's so good because you can get so hypothetical. It's so fun.
I know. How many friends do we have on live tonight?
We have to think in a way that
we got
so unboxed.
26 friends here. Thanks for joining.
Nice.
Yeah, give a like, subscribe to our channel, Brianna and Cory's channel, and all the things. We'll leave all the links.
Someone that's now on the physical live, I can't see as the guest gentleman, but normally when Cory and I are on, when we're playing, we can see all the participants. So it's like we don't get to see everybody. So I wanted to see how many people are here.
Well, there you go. That's so nice. But a lot of people are voting for Buzz and Zurg, Ashley and Hannah, and Kay and Alex, and then Elisa brings up King Candy and Ralph if King Candy is his final form Turbo, which I haven't seen this movie in a long time.
Oh, smart.
So I don't really know what Turbo, like, is he like
I think it's
big and scary or something? It's at the end.
I think it's when he's his final, like, isn't he when he's like the
no,
bad
so
guy or
King
something
Candy
like
is always Turbo. He coded the game that he turns into King Candy when he stays alive. So Turbo is called Turbo because he left his game because of something. Because like he couldn't win or something.
He's
so
the massive no, she's right. The psychotic bug.
Well, no, yeah,
he
the
looks like
psychotic
a spider
bug thing. Because he yeah. But that's
cool.
He's the glitch. Okay. Well, maybe that would have changed some votes. Who knows? But thank you for that. Thank you for that. We appreciate that. But Buzz and Zurg are moving on.
I'm moving on.
I don't know if that's an upset. Maybe.
Yeah,
it's
I think
fun.
it is.
Maybe by sheer size, yeah.
Next up, the Evil Queen and Snow White, Hades and Hercules.
Easy. 100%.
I'm just gonna say Hades and Hercules. I must say no more.
There's no explanation. Hades and Hercules.
Yeah, I think that like Hades, I think hates Hercules, but they are they're a very strong like individuals. They are very strong individuals.
Yeah.
And I just think again, like, I'm so sorry, but like if we had to think about this, it's the two villains going off. I could maybe think the Evil Queen could do some damage, but Snow White and Hercules stands to know.
There's only one way that I ever see them defeating Hades and Hercules, and that is if they bake a poison apple pie that those two eat.
Which is
highly unlikely.
If they can convince, I think that there could have been some other duos that, like, I think that maybe you could have convinced Ralph to eat an apple. I don't think convinced Hades and Hercules to eat an apple.
Yeah, no.
You know,
those
pretty easy. Points. Because when I when I put them together, I was like, I wonder who they'll get matched up as, because I think that they could convince some of these people to eat an apple, but this was just a bad draw for them. There's no way.
I also think that if they were not paired, like we said, against Hercules and Hades, I also you have to give a lot of credit to the villain. Like, can the villain hold down the pair, right? Like, can the villain, and like, she's the Evil Queen for a reason. Like, she's a psychopath for a reason. Like, she can turn, like, she's one of the OGs for a reason and is scary.
She is the OG. She's the original villain.
The original villain. So, being old and wanting to kill this woman and being the fairest of them all, again, that a little bit of nuts. Yeah. I do think that they got a hard pair that she could have come out on top. However, because Snow White is the fairest of them all and she's so delicate and she sings to birds, I don't really know what she'd be doing in the arena. I think she would just be like running for the hills. I don't think she has enough bravery. She's not brave. She ain't brave for nothing.
Yeah, isn't she the one that when she's singing and wishing for her prince to come, and then he goes like, I am here.
And she runs
goes,
away.
"Ah," and then runs away.
Why?
I love her. I think she's so
I love
sweet.
her.
But
I'm
she got
obsessed with
scared
her.
of a dark forest. If she saw Hades' hair light up and
I mean, she'd be passed out. Oh. So I don't think she's
Hey,
too
you know what?
optimal.
You know what? Her life changed for the better when she was
Sleeping.
So
you're right. You're right. So yeah, we're pretty unanimous here on this one as well. And I think that most people are too. Krista has a comment here. Welcome. Says, I'm not sure that one hit from Ralph would do much. If Buzz and Zurg are toys and have their powers, then we need to know that Ralph and King Candy are video games and would be smaller than toys. I love it. We're thinking,
nice.
This is why the chat is the most important part of
It's
these
the
live
most important part of the game.
Yeah, it's because you all have just like all these awesome takes.
The best insights. I love it.
Ashley and Hannah and Elisa and Alexis all voting for Hades and Hercules. Ashley says that Snow White is way too nice. I love her. Burnt through 2 VHS tapes as a kid watching it too much. I love that. Kay votes for Hades and Hercules. Yes, wouldn't we all love a little pair of air Hercs? So good.
Yep.
Love that. And Krista and Alex all voting for Hades.
Cool.
And Hercules. A clean old sweep on this round. Hades and
They're
Herc.
gonna be a hard duo to take down.
Honestly,
They're going to be tough.
I completely forgot about them as I was prepping for this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Captain Hook and Peter Pan versus Dr. Facilier and Tiana. I'm gonna say my 2 cents quick. I'll make it quick. Captain Hook loses to a boy in Peter Pan. He can't even beat Peter Pan. I think that Dr. Facilier is a very scary guy, and if he's got all that voodoo and stuff, like he's a little spooky. Tiana also very brave and determined, so I think that she could have some stuff going on. But I think that Dr. Facilier here carries, and he's a scary guy.
Yeah, no notes to that. I have to agree.
yeah. Dr. Facilier is my favorite villain. We all know I'm a big Dr. Facilier fan. And one note also, like you said, Captain Hook lost to a boy in tights that is like a child. And I just never. Yeah. And to your point, Tiana's very brave. So again, reiterating, but I agree. Yeah. I'm going to vote for, I almost just said Naveen and Tiana, for the love of God. Dr. Facilier and Tiana.
I agree as well. I don't really have anything else to add because I feel like this one's hard. It seems like the obvious choice to me, but I also want to reiterate that then he has like friends on the other side that he can call in,
which is scary. That's why again, all that's gonna come in later when it's like heavy matchups. Like we're gonna have to dive in, but like Peter Pan can fly around, which is cool, but I just think that Captain Hook's kind of a dope, like you said about King Candy. Like he's a little bit just
gets eaten by the alligator.
But that's all Peter Pan has is flying.
Right.
He doesn't have anything. He does sword fight with his old knife.
Right, but he's brave.
I will take Tiana and a spatula over.
Oh,
Peter
me
Pan
too. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I just, he's brave.
Yeah, a wooden spoon. She'll she's got him.
She also southern sass to her. Like, don't mess with her.
Yeah.
Kay is also voting for Tiana and the doctor. I love that. So is Hannah. Elisa agrees and says that she got the work ethic and the determination. He's got friends on the other side. Love it.
Yeah.
Are we counting Tinkerbell with Peter Pan? I would say no, because then some characters like Aladdin, for example, then like you don't want to have the genie.
Get extras.
So I feel like it's just Peter Pan flying around with his, like Corey said, little knife. Little knife. Hannah votes for Tiana and Dr. Facilier. So does Krista, and Ali is here. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Also votes for Dr. Facilier and Tiana. So they are moving on. I think a clean sweep. Alexis as well coming in with a vote. So that's a sweep as well. Love it. A lot of sweeps so far here early on. Next up, Oogie Boogie and Jack Skellington versus Hans and Elsa.
Oh, kind of a weird matchup for me.
Very weird. This is, I think Hans and Elsa is the one where we said like the villain carries. She carries him hard.
She carries us so hard. Oh,
like she has like powers. Like he has like a sword and stuff.
Powers.
And she She's like a
And she
little
can get
bit.
mad.
She's unhinged. Yeah, she could get a little angry. Like I think, and
Crazy.
really, I don't know. I don't really know what the other pairing like. Oogie Boogie, if you cut him open, he's just a bunch of bugs. So
I have my answer.
go for it.
I'm gonna go with the queen, and who is this Hans?
Yeah.
Who is this?
Because she has the powers.
Yeah.
Oogie Boogie sits in his lair and just has to wait for someone to be trapped to do something.
Yeah.
And Jack, where he's smart and is able to conduct experiments, those take time. He's not like a swift thinker on his feet.
Wait, he conducts experiments?
Yeah, he had to conduct experiments to figure out what Christmas is.
That's not an experiment. He just went to the door. Are you talking about the doctor?
No, he was doing it. He borrows stuff from the doctor to conduct experiments to figure out what is Christmas.
I must need to rewatch.
Me too. I have to rewatch. I don't even know
Way
anything.
too long, so I don't think they're a good pairing in terms of like logistics
I don't
and
know how much I
strategy.
believe you, Sid.
I
Just pick
think-
pick your person.
Elsa's gonna put ice through their heart, and they
you go.
don't have anyone to love.
Okay.
So here we go.
That's fair. What about you, Brianna? Same?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Elsa and Hans. However, it is solely Elsa on this
for
because
sure.
I don't really think. I think he's a loser. A loser. He's a dweeb. He's just not
Who is
it.
this Hans?
Who is this Hans? Like I don't know what he brings to the table
No.
other than just being a jerk and a loser. So Elsa is really, as always, the queen holding it down. I do wonder if Oogie Boogie and Jack Skellington got paired up against somebody else, if they would have won, but I don't think that they can take it from her. Because, I mean, he's just a loser.
I agree. Like, I think his only chance is if his little sword could slice
has
Oogie
a-
Boogie open, that'd be about it. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
think too much else. Elsa, like you said, Corey, she'd do 2 blasts of ice, and I think that it's kind of just
Done.
Yep.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, because when she like runs away and
Yeah, she makes a
almost-
whole castle and does like
and-
a foot stomp, and everything's ice around.
Yeah, new dress. I mean,
New hairstyle too.
all of it. Yeah,
Unreal.
let it go.
I
Yeah.
feel like I need to watch like Nightmare Before Christmas again because we've watched it like once
Yeah, we did. I only
a while
watched it
ago,
once.
so I don't really know what happens. I know that
It's a real big musical. That's all.
it is a musical,
It's-
which
they
I
don't talk
always
at
kind of
all.
forget about. Yeah.
The one time Brianna and I watched it this Halloween season, we fell
Fell asleep.
asleep after 20 minutes.
And then we tried to watch it again the next morning and we fell asleep. again.
Couldn't do it again. Oh my god, it's too funny.
Hannah's going the Ice Queen all day. Caitlin is going for Jack and Oogie.
Oh wait, should I be?
I knew that. Lock,
Ooh.
shock, and barrel. I knew she was going to go for Oogie.
Jack and Oogie. So is Ashley. Jack and Oogie. Jack is creative, which can be a good skill in battle. Elisa's comment, I was howling out of my
Yeah,
head
same.
the whole time before when she said it because Ice Palace for one, our
Ice
queen and the
Palace for
dirtbag would beat out the burlap sack. It's so funny. That
Ice
is-
Palace for one. Ice Palace for one. Get out of here. I could
it's-
say that whole thing.
Jack and Oogie says Kay, Alex, and Ali and Krista are all voting for Elsa and
Mhm.
Hans. Danielle says Elsa will let it go on them. Come on now. Agree. Alexis says Oogie and Jack just because Hans can't do anything.
Yeah, he really can't.
Ashley's loving that you're so passionate about Hans. Yes.
Yeah, he's just a loser and a dweeb.
I'm the same person that in the sing along when they bring him up, I boo instantly. I just am like boo, like
That's
can't
right.
stand him. The worst.
You know what,
But
too?
he's so dreamy.
Wait, no, actually, he's really not. Okay, let me say something.
I am just playing the
Oh, I know.
Frozen show.
Here's the
God.
thing. He has no friends and no family, and nobody likes him
Well, no,
because
he has 12 older
no,
brothers.
excuse me. If any of them did, they would tell him to shave those sideburns. So anyone that's his real family or friend would never. All his 12 brothers are hoping for that jerk's demise because they let him walk around with those sideburns.
And I
Also,
will say
Bring up number 10 that he was invisible for a year.
Yeah,
Pretty sure that was the line.
yeah, they did. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, what are you talking about?
God, do I know the movie more than you?
No.
we also one of these times one of our little brackets will be like Disney movie plot twists. His was a pretty big plot twist. Like
Oh,
That was big.
the bad guy is a big one. I was like, whoa, jaw on the floor. I also love this comment. The Ice Rizzler is so funny to me.
I like
Great.
that.
So funny.
Let me say the commentary tonight is
It's
phenomenal.
good.
Let's say
Yeah.
fire. The comment section is killing it.
Mhm.
So they're moving on. Next up, Lightning McQueen and Chick Hicks, which is from Cars 1, which I know that you guys know Cars, which we kind of talked about this like before, versus Alice and the Queen of Hearts.
Easy. Chick Hicks and Lightning McQueen, they're going to just run them over,
right?
Yeah.
I don't
think Ace of Spades is not going to do anything for you here, Queen of Hearts. No. Even though you don't even know if she has those. But
yeah.
I think that this one is very funny to me because I think the Queen of Hearts, this whole fight, would be the angriest that she's ever been because Alice will be doing nothing. Alice will be flying around and she'll be so mad. Her head will like explode. She'll be so angry because she gets mad at like them, like whatever, not painting the roses.
Painting the roses red.
She'll be so angry. I do think though that Chick Hicks is again kind of like a dweeby guy too, and I think that I don't know how well they'd work together, but they are two cars, so I think that just trumps that factor for me. What about you?
Yeah, I just imagine like I was saying in Fortnite when you just go hit the people and they're like, oh,
yeah.
And then,
I just think I don't know what Alice would do. Like what
does she bring to the table? Like she
really doesn't bring anything.
She like isn't she like on
curiosity? Is that what she brings? Because that doesn't help.
No, she just like chases butterflies and bugs,
caterpillars.
It's just like weird.
Goes and hangs out with the Mad Hatter.
Like what exactly is her like? And then
her
like
purpose.
Like
she falls down tree holes.
Yeah,
like what
her
are you
hair
doing,
is too long. She doesn't even have a hair tie. Like her dress is too big.
But then it's all a dream though.
Yeah,
right. And then she so like all just like she's asleep. So it's like, okay, are you just exhausted? Like, what's the deal here? Like, how would you be in the arena?
I forget she's asleep. That's
so that's another movie.
She goes to the park and falls asleep. What's she doing in an arena?
So
sleep in the corner?
I haven't watched that in like a long time too.
We should watch that.
I haven't watched it.
Very unhappy. But you do.
And especially going to Disneyland, like and doing the ride there, it is very like whoa, like you kind of forget all the stuff that's in that movie. Like it's kind of a lot. But yeah, two cars. I was like unsure to put Cars in a bracket because again, they could just like run people over. But I'm confident that some people could beat still.
Would take them out. Yeah.
So that's why we'll see. I think everybody's agreeing.
Okay.
Yeah. There's lots of cows. Also, can't trust a man in mutton chops. Or sorry, with mutton chops and no place of his own.
Yeah.
For real.
Alyssa, your comments are pristine.
Hilarious.
Oh yeah, they're so good. Ashley, Ka-chow, Lightning McQueen. I feel like Queen is just a bossy and doesn't do too much. Agree.
Yeah.
Ka-chow, Cars for sure. Cars all the way. This would be hard. Off with their heads, not happening here.
Yeah.
Cars for sure. Cars.
No. Nobody thought that was funny.
We couldn't hear what you said.
You said off with their muffler. No.
We couldn't hear it. That's so funny.
You looked really confused.
Honestly,
I said,
you know,
I feel like me and Brendan are pretty similar. I think he would think that was pretty funny.
You know what I must say,
laugh it off.
Thank you, Alyssa's husband, because that's a proud moment for us husbands. That was a smart comment. Be like, it's kind of hard to chop off heads when they're cars.
Yeah.
That's funny. Caitlin says that Lightning and Chick would run those cards flat. I also I'm just thinking, would these two know what cars are? Like,
absolutely
not. That's so true.
A human.
But I'm saying, but it's way back in time. This movie's like from like
the 1700s or like 1800s.
No, it's not, Corey.
What are you talking about?
Okay,
the book is probably
it is not set in the 1700s.
When's it
Look
set?
up on your phone.
When's it set? I am sure.
When did the movie come out? Like the 50s, 40s? I don't
know.
Anyway,
I'm just a historian.
I'm just
picturing water in the 1700s.
I'm just picturing that they'd be dropped in like an arena and they'd get dropped in and two cars would get dropped in and they'd say what?
1871. Okay, I said 1800s.
All right,
God,
that's even a little
fine.
That's a little crazy.
You know, it didn't help because when I Googled when is Alice in Wonderland set, it gave me an exact date of May 4th. And I was like, that's not what I'm asking.
Well, I just think they'd be confused and then she'd look to Alice and say, what are those? And she wouldn't know and she'd just get angry and it'd be done.
Yeah.
Very funny. Yeah, this also sent me to like saying that she doesn't have a hair tie. It's so funny. Though.
Yeah, right? Like, what is she going to do?
So
her hair's down.
The two cars moving on. And now we're going back up to the next round of this side. And that means we got Randall and Sully again versus Yokai and Hero.
This is a good battle.
It's a good battle. I think that Randall and Sully are a sneaky little duo in this bracket, and I'm going to pick them because I think Randall, his little camo like ability, and Sully, if he had to, would be angry and scary. I think they're a good little duo. What about you guys? Anyone?
I agree. I think Randall being able to do the camouflage or like invisibility will play tricks on the robots that they have to control. And since they have to control where the robots go, they don't know where Randall's going. And then we are forgetting how strong Sully is. So it's like I think he can handle like a little bit of some robot action a little bit while Sid gets to whoever's the controller. Sid, oh my god, I give up. We all know who we're talking about. Why don't you just go in the other room? Why don't you just go in the room? We all know who we're talking about.
I thought that it was part of the bit, Corey, so I'm riding it with you.
No, I genuinely said Sid.
No.
Sid and Sully from now on. It sounds better too. Sully and Sid.
No, he's talking about Sid.
Yeah.
No, he's talking about Randall as Sid.
He looks like, because you know why? I put in my head like Slither, and so I immediately think
Sid the Sloth. That's what you think.
And then that's Sid the Sloth.
I know him. He's my husband. I know he's thinking Sid the Sloth. Because Randall has a weird, funky face, so he thinks of Sid the Sloth, not Sid from Toy Story.
Can't wait for Sully and Sid in the next round.
I am going to go grab a snack, and my vote is for Sid and Sully. I think that they win. Maybe if I saw Big Hero 6, I would be open to the other side, but I will not vote where I am not knowledgeable, unlike Sid.
Can I have Sour Patch watermelons?
Oh, sure. Yes.
But then, because I'm just thinking, Hero even beat like monsters with his own little monster, remember?
Yeah, but
Not monsters, but
I think though,
robots.
I don't really know because like I haven't seen this movie like in a while. I know that he like rides around on Baymax, but I'm like on his own.
He has.
I don't know. He's just a kid.
Yeah, like
yeah,
I think
he has.
He has the robots too.
Yeah.
I just think that Sully's a big monster.
Made the robots.
Like Sully could smash a bunch of monsters.
No, because
I mean,
those robots were powerful.
The little bot ones are, yeah. But I think
the little bot ones when they work together, yes. Yeah. But if it's just one robot by itself, I mean, Sully.
If this like scary man had those little bots, I think that it'd be a good fight. I just think that Randall being camouflaged could get through around, like you said, Corey.
That's true.
And get to him or something without them knowing. Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll vote
That's
for
my justification.
Randall and Sully, but I really wanted to vote for the other guys, but I'm not going to because that rationale makes sense.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Caitlin kicking us off, saying I think Hero and Scary Man would win with all the bots. Ashley votes for Sully and Randall. Hannah and Kay, monsters for the win. Oh my gosh, I was going to say Sid and Sully. Randall and Sully. It's going to stick now. We're voting. Or sorry. Oh my gosh. Alexis votes for Big Hero 6. Allie's voting for Sully and Randall. So is Elisa. Krista votes for Yokai and Hero. Alex is voting for monsters. This is also great. Can you imagine Sid the Sloth in the ring? They do this every year. It's literally their job to scare. See, Randall, because did he not terrify y'all as kids? Sully is hitting PRs off the clock. Yes. I was afraid that that a monster was going to come in my closet, and I remember that movie. I don't even know how old it was, but I was still like, I'm
still afraid.
Oh my gosh!
I don't like when my feet are over the edge of the bed.
I'm not scared of the bed, but every time that I go downstairs and do laundry and it's dark behind me, I am Usain Bolt. You wouldn't even be able to tell us apart. I run up the stairs so fast. There's been times I've come falling up the stairs and Corey asked me if I'm all right. I'm terrified. Terrified.
I agree. Randall and Sully. Moving on. Next up in round 2, Mim and Merlin, Zurg and Buzz.
Zurg and Buzz. I mean, really? We think Madam Mim is going to beat them?
Sid and Buzz. That's right.
Who is Sid and Buzz? You're going to go in the other room, and you're not going to be allowed to play, and you're going to have to take part in the chat if you don't knock it off.
This comment's for you guys, I think.
Oh, sorry. Crunchy.
Zerg and Buzz for me. I'm over it.
So funny. That's so funny, Keelan.
I want to vote for Madam Mim. She can literally change into anything.
Well, they change into animals. I forget what exactly.
She changes into a dragon at one point.
Yeah, I think so. You're
Not
right.
I think so. I
No,
know
you're
so.
right.
Holding the stone. This is just wild.
I'll vote for them as well because again, I think obviously they have like the laser and stuff, but these guys have like magic. I don't know how good their magic is, but I think
it's good.
I don't think it'll carry them
Much farther.
like all the way. I just think again like a couple toys, even though they have the abilities, I think it makes it a little bit more interesting. But I'm gonna go for the magic if they can, like you said, if they shape shift into
So 2 and
a
2.
dragon. 2 and 2. Also, another question for you.
Someone wants to know.
What are you munching on?
Wait, is the crunching loud? Because if it is,
Sour
I
Patch
don't- it's
Watermelon.
not- this is
No.
not like tomorrow.
This,
I won't.
this is a joke. It's all a bit. You're fine.
Okay, for the bit. Corey's having Sour Patch watermelons, and I am addicted to the popcorners. The kettle corn flavor is my favorite. I like a little something sweet and salty. So this was this snack, and then in about 30 minutes, I'm gonna get another flavor or another snack.
Love it. Hannah is voting for Sid and Buzz.
Thank you, Anna.
Caitlin is howling. She loves it. You're so funny, Caitlin. I love it. Kay votes for Mim and Merlin. So does Alexis. And she's clarifying that no, the crunching is good. That bag is crinkly.
Oh, understood. Thank you for the feedback.
And Elisa says Zurg and Buzz cause technology. I like
it's
it.
tied.
I love the little sparkle.
Me
I was
too.
gonna say that it's like that SpongeBob thing with like the
Imagination.
technology. Ali votes for Buzz and Zurg.
Did you want to say Sid?
Oh yeah, because I've been confused. And then Alex votes for Zurg and Buzz. So they're moving on, right? Oh, and then I think I understand, but I was I was very confused.
You're voting for Mim and Merlin.
Mim and Merlin, but I read this and I thought of our people mover story, and I said, "Does Danielle know our people mover story?" But then it's Mim and Merlin.
Geriatrics.
Oh, this is
I'm gonna lose my mind. That's such a good story. If people stick around, we will tell the story at the end of the live.
Danielle,
It's B&B day in the parks.
I will say I
don't
saw
think
that.
you can tell that story.
I don't know.
It's not appropriate.
Maybe, who knows? I saw.
No,
We'll see. I saw the
We'll
comment.
see.
I saw the comment come up, and I said, I don't really understand this comment, but that makes sense. Mim and Merlin, that is so funny.
I was like, why aren't you pulling it up? Literally.
No secrets.
Okay,
Caitlin,
well, call you later.
I think that they know this. I'm sure that.
No. It's nothing scary. It's just was like I will say it quick. It's not anything sad. Brandon and I made like a funny joke because there was like an old person or two old individuals going up the people mover and the ramp wasn't working. And we said, we can't imagine being that old and going to Disney and not being able to get up the ramp. And so we were saying that will be Brandon and I in our like geriatric age, which is why the geriatric makes us laugh.
Yes.
It's not anything crazy.
No, and like it's a steep ramp, and the two people were trying to help each other, but it was just I was afraid that it was going to be because it was a rough thing, and we were like at the bottom, and I said I feel bad for these people because why is the ramp not working? And people have to hike up to the people mover. It's crazy, and then to come down turn the ramp on.
Go?
Because maybe they want to ride the people mover. I don't know.
Let me tell you, I think the people mover ramp is the most broken down.
Okay, that's
thing
for a different bracket.
on this,
We gotta get to the
in
bracket.
Walt Disney World.
It's crazy. Look, everybody's just having a great time laughing. Long lost best friends. See, it's so steep it is like literally my calves are burning. Like they've never bent that much. Like my
It's
feet.
a nice stretch.
It's crazy.
I feel like you're taking my funny one-liners because I'm not in the chat today and I'm like in person. Normally I'm the one with the cool one-liners with her. So she's holding it down for us.
Holding it down. We got these two, right? Sid and Buzz moving on.
Sinbad's baby.
Buzz. Next up, Hades and Hercules and Dr. Facilier and Tiana.
They both have people on the other side.
I know who's winning.
Go for it, Corey.
Hades and Hercules. Dr. Facilier and Hades cancel out each other. And I'm sorry, Hercules will destroy Tiana. Easy.
Yeah. Well,
She was almost there. And then Hercules came along and destroyed.
Well, and like he's got the friends on the other side, but Hades is the god of the underworld. Like he's
Oh.
also
He can take.
I think he controls his Dr. Facilier.
They got the same friends.
They have the same friends.
yeah, same friends. They're mutuals. They know each other.
They're mutuals on Facebook. They got no problem, no beats.
No. Yeah, this is unfortunate draw because Hercules and Hades is a pretty strong
Yeah.
duo.
Wow.
And they're related, even if they don't like each other. They at least got some family ties, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go for them. Tiana, love you, girl, but if we're doing individuals, like Hercules is a big, hefty guy. Like,
Yeah, I'm sorry. I have to go for Hades and Herc as well.
yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. I wish that I could have had them go a bit farther because I love Tiana and Dr. Facilier, but this is just a tough shake. And again, lots of this is also why people nap, because you got to use all those muscles to get up that ramp. Yeah. A lot of times it isn't working and it's awful.
It doesn't work a lot.
Yeah. Like, and then it's like you got to walk all the way up there and then walk all the way down. And I'm like,
oh my god, and it's hot.
I have to say, at least I would say at least our last 3 trips, there's been an instance where that ramp has been broken.
I'm saying I have a hard time at 29. If I had to be 80, I would have a really hard time. Like I have a hard time now.
Imagine for 600 pounds. My God.
I threw my back out a month ago.
Go for a run.
I picked up a basketball at work and I threw I picked up a basketball at work and my back was bulged out. I like, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Hades and Hercules, everybody. Krista, Kay, Alexis, everybody. Danielle says that the soup can't hang. True. Elisa, Hades, Hercules.
What did Brianna say?
What did she say?
I said, I was so confused for a second.
Okay.
What soup?
Hannah, she wants to vote for Tiana and Dr. Facilier, but it's got to be Hades and Hercules. Alex is the same. Elisa's coming again. My husband says Hades and Facilier are like, did we just become best friends from Step Brothers?
Yeah, from Step Brothers.
Very funny. So these guys, we're moving on. Next up, Elsa and Hans, Chick Hicks, and Lightning McQueen. Now, yeah, this is a surface level. It's like, oh, like it's the 2 cars, but Elsa is so like
strong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm voting for Elsa.
I'm going for the Ice Queen.
Yeah, Ice Queen.
She literally built that whole fortress and the Marshmallow Man and everything.
And you know what? Do you think these 2 got winter tires on?
No.
I don't.
We don't.
Definitely no winter tires.
No, they'd be sliding around everywhere.
Yep.
True.
So
yeah.
That's true. Crash to the wall.
Yeah, crash in, and I don't know. I think that she carries, and I'm very interested how far she'll carry. I don't know. I guess that we maybe know who they're up against next, potentially. Yeah. But
I think that she won't last like through, but I think she lasts to about here.
Yeah, she's carried a lot, so it's gonna be Elsa and Hans. I think. Yeah, he may not survive it, but she's coming out on it. You know,
100%.
Caitlin says, "No, those guys are from the south. They don't have a clue what winters are."
Yeah, no.
You're probably right. I agree. She'd frost the windshields. Yes, Faith in the Ice Queen, Elsa as well. Look, see, insurance. Everybody's thinking the same. The ice are gonna skid right off the road. I agree. Elsa, yes, and Elsa. See, everybody's putting respect. And there's also there's no Hans in these comments. It's all Elsa.
Yeah, he's just the weird guy with the sideburns.
Yeah. So Elsa and Hans. Moving on. Next up, Sully and Randall, aka Sid, versus Zurg and Buzz, aka Sid and Buzz. Two Sids and a Sully and a Buzz.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Sully and Randall. They have Sully is a lot stronger, and where they might have lasers, I think he's a little smarter. And I also believe that because Randall is invisible, they could shoot wherever, but if he's invisible, they don't know where he is, and he could be like coming up, you know, like sneak up behind them or something. So I'm gonna go Sid and Randall.
It's because you said Sid and Randall, but Cory confused Randall for Sid, so
Oh.
Sid and Sully. We're just calling everybody Sid.
I'm gonna go
At
with
this
Sid.
rate, Sid wins.
Yeah, Sid is the
That's
winner.
weird.
And the
Yeah.
bracket. Sid's the winner.
And the bracket.
To make my life simpler, I am agreeing with Brianna and I'm picking Sully.
And Sid.
I'm just saying Sully.
You're right.
What about you?
I'm also voting for them because, again, they're like Sully's too big, and what's his name? Sid Randall is invisible, so you can just get invisible, squash him, done.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, like, honestly, I'm kind of surprised that Zurg and Buzz made it this far, but I think it's ever since that Cory said, "Do they have their powers?"
Yeah. Because like Elsa should have been able to have her powers.
You ain't winning anything with those tennis balls. That's what
Yeah, and a light. A light.
tennis balls.
He literally shoots out little like balls. That's it.
No,
As
tennis
the
balls.
toy. Okay. At the end of the day, it's a ball that's not a fire beam thing.
Well, yeah, for sure. All right. I got it.
Kay is voting for Randall, and oh my gosh,
Sully.
Yeah, sorry, Sully.
I'm so sorry.
Sid.
It's okay because now Hannah votes for Sid.
So we don't know what she actually votes for.
No, Sid. The Boo Crew. I'm gonna have to go with Sid here.
We all realize that Sid is Randall.
Yeah, still going Sully and Randall due to Randall being able to be invisible and avoid the lasers, and Sully is huge. Love it. Just kidding for the win. Yes. Sully's going to step on those dumb toys, says Caitlin. Ashley says justice for Sid. Sid for the win. Sully and Randall. And scary guy.
True.
I'm telling you, Randall's a bit of a scary guy. So Sid, Sully, Randall, all three of them.
Moving on.
Next up, Hercules and Hades, and Hans and Elsa.
This is where her reign comes to an end.
Yeah.
Heat beats fire. Heat beats ice.
Yeah. It's also just, again, if she was with somebody like better, like he just doesn't do like, because essentially what it's going to be here, to be honest, it's going to be Hans and Hercules fighting each other, and Elsa and Hades, and Hans is toast.
A loser.
Yeah. It's just toast. I think that Elsa could do some damage for sure, but I think that it's just the two of them. It's too much.
I agree.
Hades and her. You guys agree, everyone?
Yep.
That's walk in the park.
Elsa's ice, but Hades is fire.
Yeah, he just gets super angry and light up there for sure. Unfortunately. Yeah, when hell freezes over. Yep.
Yeah.
Kay votes for Herc and Hades. So does Alexis. Going with Elise is going with Herc and Hades because Hades would lose his cool with the mutton chop jerk. Yeah, he would. Oh my gosh. Alex votes for Hades and Hercules. Ashley says, gotta let Elsa go on this one. Funny. Yeah. Hannah and Danielle, and Krista and Caitlin all voting for Herc and Hades.
Yeah.
Which I think that Elsa carried very far. Like,
she did.
Oh, yeah, she did.
For sure.
Absolutely. Good on you, girl. But Hades and Herc are moving on. Next up, we got in the final on this side of the bracket, Sully, Sid, or Randall versus Hades and Hercules.
This is tough.
Is this tough at all, or is this easy?
This is hard for me, I think.
Because you
got to get really granular here.
You have muscle versus muscle.
Yeah.
It's just like which one is more like better off with having the like camouflage or but like how does Heidi with his fire and his underworld personality beat that? Honestly, I'm just going to commit. Sully and Randall. Lock it in.
Oh, Sid and Randall. I'm going to go. I have my answer.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to say the opposite. I'm going to say Hercules and Hades, and I'm going to tell you why. I think that Hercules and Hades will work better together than Sully and Randall will work together. Where throughout the whole competition, you can kind of be like, Elsa was an individual contributor, right? Like, they got knocked out the last round because the loser would have gone up against Herc, right? I don't think that Randall would beat Hercules and Randall would beat Hades. And I think that Sully and Herc would be a great battle, but I do believe that at the end of the day, I think that Herc would come out. So my vote is for Hades and Hercules. I think they're a better partnership than the other two.
It's fair. What about you?
I like that. I'm gonna vote for Herc and Hades, but I think it is close. It's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm still trying to, I guess, envision what Hades like what can he just like summon underworld like what? I don't really, I guess so. I don't know.
Well, he has fire.
Fire for hair. I think that I like how you said it because I think that like Sully and Herc is a good little battle, but I do think like Hades is like of all the villains, I think one that's a very strong villain. And I do think that they could work well together if they had to. So I think that this is going to be Hades and Herc for me as well.
Yeah.
Interesting battle. So let's see what everyone else has to say. Krista votes for Hades and Herc. So does, or maybe
those I think are from
earlier. Yes, it starts here with Caitlin or maybe Ryan. Let's see if Caitlin, maybe it's Ryan first, is voting for Hades and the boy Hercules. Caitlin votes for Hades and Herc. So does Elisa because they're not scared of a gecko and polka dots. Love it. Danielle votes for Herc and Hades. Hannah votes for Sully and Sid. Ashley votes for Hades and Herc. So does Alex. April, welcome, is voting for Sully and Randall. And Alexis votes for Hades and Hercules. Love it. So this was the left side of the bracket. Everybody get a little stretch. If you're just hopping in, welcome. 27 friends watching. Be sure to like the stream, subscribe to both of our channels. We'll get into all that towards the end, but we just are so thankful that you're here, and hopefully you're having a great time so far because our winner for this side of the bracket is Hades and Hercules, and we still got one more side to go. So are we all ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So first up on the right side, Ursula and Ariel versus Maleficent and Prince Philip.
Wow.
Interesting. What I think is interesting is like, is this taking place in the ocean? Because I feel like that could be a factor. I think I don't know. Ursula gets pretty big there at the end. She's like massive, but Maleficent dragon. I think this is like interesting from the villain side, but I think like Philip essentially takes down Maleficent as the dragon, doesn't he? So
yeah,
which I don't really know if I believe. Like
I'm voting for them.
Yeah, you're voting for them.
Well, yeah, because like she is so powerful, Maleficent, and then he takes her down. So
yeah, it's fair.
You got to be powerful.
It's fair. What about you guys?
I don't really know what Ariel's doing. No.
Yeah. I'm going Maleficent and Philip. I think Ariel will just get lost in Philip's eyes. And Maleficent.
Can be rude about her, please? Thanks.
Where Ursula is powerful in like her potion creation, but Maleficent has the power within her. So I feel as though that like takes into effect there. So I'm going Philip and Maleficent.
Brianna?
Well, obviously, like the actual answer is Philip and Maleficent, but it doesn't mean that Ariel's not my favorite princess and I don't love her and think she could win.
So toss her a vote. Go for it. Go with your heart, girl.
I just I know she's not going to make it out, and I just don't want to put like scrutiny on her name. So I'm going to go Ariel and Ursula so that she doesn't get a sweep. Poor thing.
As you should. Poor thing. Yeah. I'm interested because again, like I think that him beat I know that he I guess that you could slay a dragon with a sword and a shield, but I think that we'll see how far that this little duo goes if they move on because I haven't checked the chat, but I think that she kind of carries him a lot. You know?
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know.
But
they're my vote as well. I know that he he beat her, but when I don't know. I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean? No? Disagree? Anyway. Haley votes for Ursula and Ariel. Elisa votes for Maleficent. Krista votes for Ursula and Ariel.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
We're
I got it.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, so does Ashley. She's voting Ursula and Ariel, specifically for Ariel because she has gadgets and gizmos. There you go.
Oh, she has that dingle hopper.
Yep. Alexis votes for Maleficent and the Prince Philip, Ryan as well. So does Hannah. Maleficent carries, says Caitlin, so she wins. Alex says Maleficent is just the superior choice here, and April votes for Maleficent as well. So they're moving on. These two. I also think like how much for you guys like does it factor in, like you said, Brianna, earlier, how well they work together? Is that like not a factor, or like is it only if it's a closer matchup?
No, I think it's a factor for me. I feel like this one. I mean, I just wanted to give Ariel the,
Of course,
the nod. But it is a factor for me how well they work together, because if you don't get along and you can't work together, like how will you, like Alice and the Queen of Hearts could never.
Yeah.
Could never.
Fair.
Where Zurg and Buzz,
like they could work
well together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I'm with you. So these guys moving on. Next up, Maui and Tamatoa. Now the reason that you're like why is it not Moana? This is more of his villain because he has his hook and has like the song about him and stuff. Yeah. Whereas I think that like the villain in Moana is really like Taka, but it's not real. Like she's just kind of like, you know, she's not really, I guess.
She's like a nice lady when you give her her heart back.
Exactly. So this is our matchup here from Moana. Maui and Tamatoa, who's a giant crab, versus Mickey and Pete.
Unfortunately, it's just not Mickey and Pete. Am I right? Like, are we just gonna call the elephant out in the room that it's like not those poor guys? Just they don't stand a chance.
So Mickey is like Woody, where he fights for the good of others. He
doesn't fight at all.
He doesn't. But that you're not letting me get to the point here. He will fight for others, but to the end at that point, he doesn't really fight.
Yeah.
He tries to fight.
More of a wallflower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where Maui, shapeshifter, and giant crab.
Of the Winded Sea.
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy. All I'm saying though is don't let Mick get his hands on that sorcerer hat, because he could do some damage. Although Pete,
this isn't sorcerer Mick.
Yeah, I know. Yes, exactly. But what's Pete doing? I think Pete's doing nothing. No. Pete is just
someone in the chat.
He's just a jerk. He has nothing else.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's just. This is so funny. Pete would put on a banana peel to slip on her Papa Tire.
Papa Tire, yeah.
So funny. That is so good, Haley. That's funny. Hannah votes for Maui. Oh, I'm also voting for Maui and Tim.
I'm voting for Maui as well.
Clearly. Maui and the shiny crab, because Pete is probably the worst Disney villain.
Yeah.
He's a bad one. Which, like, he's also like in Toontown at Disneyland. He's just like hanging out with them in their homes.
I like it.
It's so bizarre to me.
Why is Caitlin voting for that? I think that's wrong.
For Mickey and Pete. That's crazy.
Maybe she didn't hear the live.
I think Austin stole her phone and voted as a joke.
You think that she didn't see the live or can't see the pictures? They didn't hear it. It's on the screen.
Yeah, but last time, remember?
Oh yeah. Last time she said Incredibles.
She's doing her pins tonight.
Yeah. Oh no! Look, that's her vote.
No.
Explain your rationale.
Why?
In the chat.
Yeah, throw that in the chat. I want to see your work.
Haley's voting for obviously Maui. Look, just want to say Mickey because it's Mickey, but realistically Maui. Fair.
Yeah.
Alexis. Maui and Pete. Sorry, yeah. Alexis votes for Maui for sure. Krista votes for Maui. Giant crab and Maui. I also think that like he's a very large crab. I'm very interested to see.
Oh God, yeah.
That. Ali and Alex and T&H, welcome, all voting for Maui. I love this. See, rationale. Oh, look. I don't know, just want to vote for them. Sue me. And then perk me. So funny. This is so good. I love it. Steve is here, welcome. And Steve is voting for Maui. Mickey would throw a punch and say sorry.
Yeah.
Canadian Mickey.
Why did you use the Mickey off the gift card? Looks like the Mickey off the gift card.
It's just the clearest Mickey picture that I found that was like just him right
now. Mickey lost. Mickey lost.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Mickey.
He can be here when he can sit with us to win.
Oh, and there he is, the sorcerer guy. My fave.
Cute.
Maui and Tamatoa moving on. Next up, Robin Hood.
I'm sorry. Is no one going to say? Is there a reason you're saying Tamatoa?
Isn't that his name?
Tamatoa.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know him. I just.
Pecan, pecan, tomato.
I go. Maybe it's my ears. I must be hearing something off.
You're like, what's this guy talking about? He's doing the show game and say Tamatoa, right?
It's his accent.
Yeah, it's the Canadian. Yeah, actually, in Canada we say Tamatoa. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, you also say bagels,
That's up in Canada, eh?
right? Did you say what the bagels is like an egg?
Bagels? You say
I know.
bagels?
I say
bagels.
yeah, bagel.
Who says bagels?
Did I just make that up?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Continue on.
So we got Prince John and Robin Hood versus the Screenslaver, which I guess is just a man under mind control with Elastigirl.
Okay.
Mine is easy. It's the Screenslaver and Elastigirl because the Screenslaver technically like hypnotizes you with the goggles, and the prince, I forget his name, he gets hypnotized by the snake quite a bit, and so he has a very poor track record of that. So I'm going to go with Elastigirl and Screenslaver.
Agree. Prince John, all he does is he lays in bed.
Prince
and
John,
starts to
thank
thump,
you.
right?
Yeah.
He just like lays there and complains. He's like a
He's
big baby. He's just and Robin Hood is so skilled and awesome, but like Elastigirl, I love Elastigirl. I think
Oh,
she's
She's an icon.
yeah, I think that she would be great. And again, I don't really know how like the abilities of Screenslaver, but Elastigirl is great. And I think again, someone under mind control, like at least they're like a human. It's like a person.
Yeah, but he can control other people now.
well,
if they put the glasses on.
yes, exactly. Yeah,
No, but then they don't have the glasses, and then they just use the televisions.
yes, yeah.
So maybe they could bring some TVs
Anything.
and set them up.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So who you voting for?
Those guys.
Those guys? Brianna?
I'm going Elastigirl and the Screensaver.
Slaver.
Slaver. Screensaver.
That's his
Good.
name, Slaver.
Yeah, that's their
Oh.
name. Yeah. It said when I looked it up, it said Screenslaver / Evelyn Dever, which is the girl who's
Evelyn Never Dever.
I don't know.
From
Evelyn Dever.
Isn't that from Riverdale?
Sure. A show that we watch but shouldn't watch.
Yeah.
Um,
That show.
Yeah. I also love
We
this.
stuck it through. But...
Oh boy, I accidentally hit you, pal. That's so funny. I just have to say, like this whole chat this whole night has been bringing it, like every comment is so like you guys, this is like just so good. I just
We're bringing it tonight.
love it. Yes, also wish that it could have been Edna. If she was a villain, she could have qualified, but that would be a really good duo. Elastigirl and yes, Edna Mode would be awesome.
Yeah.
April's going Elastigirl, so is Haley. Because look at that Club Penguin. I love Club Penguin. What a time.
Me too.
What a time. Alexis agrees, so does Ashley because she can dodge the arrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elisa's also voting for Elastigirl. So is Krista. Steve is voting for Robin Hood because he's pretty crafty. King John is just greedy. Yes, for real. Hannah votes Elastigirl, and Ashley's going to vote for Robin Hood because it's a great underrated movie. Yeah.
Very good.
Elastigirl and Screenslaver. Moving on. Next up, Cruella DeVille and Pongo and Perdita, because they're just two main dogs, versus Scar and Simba.
Every time I see those two, I think of remember who you are from Happily Ever After.
Yep.
And I think of when we watch the Olaf Presents when he says, what that part, whatever it is. The one where, anyway, my vote is for Scar and Simba.
My vote is for Scar and Simba as well because I think these two would actually work well together.
I wonder how she would handle like trying to control the dogs. Like, I don't think that's really.
I think they'd be too busy attacking her to attack anybody else. They hate her.
Yeah.
Let's be up front. She's trying to control dogs that won't listen to her. What makes her think cats are going to listen to her? Not happening. Cats are independent creatures.
Cats? Oh, lions.
Lions are cats.
Sorry.
The only thing she has going for her is we talked about Crazy earlier. She is a very scary lady. Like she She is I think she's one of the worst Disney villains. She is like a nasty lady.
Yeah, she's a lunatic.
I think that she'd be so excited to see the lions because
Probably want it there
a
first.
coat. Yeah, I was gonna say she'd be so distracted and they would just be coming. Yeah, coming for them.
Yeah, she doesn't come with like anything, right?
Her car, maybe.
Try to run them over.
And when she's behind the wheel, she's angry.
Angry.
And she can bring her henchmen.
No side people. What are they gonna do?
No, they can bring weapons.
No. Scar and Simba.
No, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, for sure.
For me.
I'm loving it, Caitlin. Like these comments are just so funny. April's going for Simba. Caitlin says Scar and Simba, holy that'd be vicious.
Yeah.
Remember, Caitlin, it's only Disney knockout. It's just like they're down for a little bit and then they get up.
Yeah. It's just like going into a coma.
Shake it off.
Yeah, shake it off and get up and go home.
Yeah.
Ashley is like 1,000,000% Dalmatians because it's one of my favorite movies ever. Love it. Alexis votes for Scar and Simba. Haley as well. Krista, cats never forget. I love that. Very funny. And I love this. This is a perfect way to start any comment. Going biological here. Simba and Scar, because lions are stronger than geriatric women and dogs.
Yeah.
Hannah votes for Scar. Oh my gosh. Scar and Simba. Cats have 7 lives. Steve, lions all the way. And Caitlin, they're just sleeping. Yes. Agree. Good one. The 2 lions. Moving on. Next up, we got Belle and Gaston and Aladdin and Jafar.
I know mine. I'd like to go first.
I know mine as well.
So this is one that we've been like lightly talking about. Like it's come up in casual conversation as we were gearing up for the live. And I am 100% Jafar and Aladdin here. I think that if they needed to, they could work well together. I think that Aladdin is really, really scrappy. And I think that Jafar is not crazy. He's a psychopath. And I think that they would absolutely take down this poor, beautiful soul of Belle and the airhead Gaston. Like just 100%.
The problem is those two, well, as in Gaston and Belle, don't know how to communicate with each other at all.
Well, he's a jerk.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like his head is the size of the globe. His ego's through the roof.
Yeah, 100%.
And only cares about himself, where Belle cares about just everyone else. But Belle does not have a mean soul in her body, but she does have a fighting spirit.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, the power of Jafar and his little snake thing. Finally, Slither. It's Jafar and Aladdin for me.
I should not have opened the chat.
Well, I was gonna say, don't call him Jafar. Call him Jafar.
Wait, did you say Jafar or did I say Jafar?
No. She said, "Ooh, Jafar."
And then Elisa said Jafar.
Jafar, he's our man. If he can't do it, great. We're just always crying laughing.
This is I haven't laughed this much on live in my whole life. Like 52 episodes we've done this. I have never. This is so good. He's
You think I'm skinny?
This is just unhinged. This whole thing.
Did anybody else vote?
Wait, I have a disclaimer. Since we're not adding on any people, but the bird is in with Jafar, so does he keep the bird?
No.
It's the picture. I'm sorry.
He's in the coat.
My bad.
In the staff.
I'm voting for Jafar and Aladdin because I just think, again, Gaston is just.
He's all looks. I don't think he can really fight.
He's like a Hans, but not the same level, but just kind of like he's just like a god. Like I know he's a big guy, but Aladdin is quick. Yeah, and Jafar is, like you said, he's like a very intense person. Scary guy.
At least Gaston doesn't have the sideburns.
Oh, for sure.
True.
Yeah.
He makes up for it with the chin.
And he eats like how many eggs a day? He's like,
I ate 4 dozen eggs. I don't know the words, but I think that's it.
Me neither. Good job. Yeah. Continue. Continue. Go ahead.
You.
With the song?
Yeah, everyone wants to hear it.
That was as far as I got.
I know.
I leave 5 dozen eggs and then.
I'm pretty sure it's when I was a lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs so they could help me get large. And now that I'm grown, I ate 5 dozen eggs. But I can never make out what he says after that. It's always the size of a god. Is that what he says? That's what I think he says.
You're a plethora of knowledge.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Information from this corner of the world.
Hannah votes Aladdin and Jafar. So does Haley and Krista and Elisa. That's true. He'd be like, very distracted with Belle.
Yeah.
Alexis as well. Caitlin, we already know who she's voting for. This is funny, Hannah. I love that everyone keeps roasting everyone like she knows them personally.
I do. I am a bully. I roast people on the daily.
But also, this is just I will say this too. I love, and again, like I know that you guys can relate to this. I love just like the YouTube community. Like it is so fun. So this like is just the highlight ever of like being here on a stream with all of you here in the chat. This is
so fun.
It's so fun and so funny. So like I just appreciate all the comments because it is so hilarious. It's just so fun.
Couldn't do it without everyone in the comments.
No, for sure. Steve is also going with those 2 guys over there, and then we're chatting about all of the where's the waistline though. Very funny.
Yep.
So Aladdin and Jafar. Moving on. Next up, we have Yzma and Cusco.
Oh, what a good one.
And Dr. Doofenshmirtz and Perry the Platypus from Phineas and Ferb.
Why do we even have that never?
This one's interesting because I think that Dr. Doofenshmirtz doesn't do much also, right? But neither does Cusco. You know?
Neither does Yzma.
I know, which is why I was going to say, of all 4 of these...
He was supposed to be
No,
dead.
but let's think of when Yzma and Kronk are on the hunt for the llama. Kronk's doing everything.
Yeah.
Yzma's just being carried.
Yeah.
Perry the Platypus is like
Actually,
all
yes,
4.
Yeah, he's a guy.
So I'm picking Doofenshmirtz and Perry the Platypus.
As am I.
I'm gonna pick Perry as well, but just for Perry, because I don't think Dr. Doofenshmirtz can do anything. Because
no, he's not.
Lots of times I think that he's like he always gets beat by Perry, but I think that sometimes he's just doing it for
for the bit, for fun.
Yeah. So I'm voting for Perry because I think he can carry on the other 2.
I'm gonna vote only because I've been swayed by all the points made. Perry, because Cusco's an idiot. Yzma could never work with that dummy. And where Dr. Doofenshmirtz doesn't really do much, Perry holds down that team like no other.
I agree. This is like the Elsa and Hans of this side so far.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like he's carrying. Let's see what everyone else has to say. Again, this is like a random cut, like some like Phineas and Ferb love, but Caitlin says they're all dumb. There you go.
Honestly, no, I'll be honest. I totally agree with Caitlin. This is not the hottest matchup.
But Perry's not dumb. He's smart.
Perry's smart.
Elisa votes for Yzma and Cusco. There's a reason his name is Dr. Doof. Haley votes for Yzma as well. Dying for the new Main Street Thieves shirt.
Yeah, I am obsessed with Main Street Thieves, and I love the Yzma cocktail shirt.
There's an Yzma cocktail shirt.
It's really cute. Mm-hmm.
Kristen, welcome, votes for Dr. D and Perry. Krista as well. So does Hannah. Alexis votes for Yzma and Cusco. Steve is voting for Perry and the Doof. Elisa says that my husband said Doof and Perry, though, because if Perry didn't stop the Innators, they could be successful. There you go. And wait, but doesn't Perry just... Well, does he just break into buildings? I feel like at least he has some skill to like isn't he a little bit of a...
I think he does other stuff.
I have not watched...
I haven't watched Phineas and Ferb in a long time.
Years.
Who's our winner? That one's closer than I thought.
Perry and Doofenshmirtz.
There you go.
Boom.
Next up, Clayton and Tarzan versus Shan Yu and Mulan.
This is interesting.
Very interesting matchup. I think. Oh, this is kind of a.
I actually, I'm quite confident and happy with my answer. I'm giving it to Shan Yu and Mulan.
Yeah.
Mulan is a boss. Yeah. I trust her in any situation. And Shan Yu is terrifying. I am sprinting absolutely the other way.
Yep.
They can do this in the snow. They can do this in the Forbidden City in Beijing. They can do this in the jungle where Tarzan lives.
Green eggs
They get the job done. I'm a firm believer in that.
Yep, I'm with you, Corey.
In a train, in a bus, in a plane, in a van. It's like green eggs and ham. I'm going Mulan and what's his name?
Jean Yu.
John Yu.
Sure.
Oh, whatever. I believe that they are. I believe that they are a strong duo. That's all I think I have to say.
Fantastic.
Sorry, who's your vote? Sorry.
So your vote is Long John Silver and Mulan.
Tamatoa.
You said John Yu.
Oh, I was like, I'm pretty sure Long John Silver is a fish stick company jerk, but you were making fun of me. Okay.
I'm also voting for Mulan and him because she saves all of China. Like she is a boss. Corey.
Boss.
She is, and like Clayton, like I don't know too much about him. Like I know that he has a rough go, to be honest, but he just is like a guy with a gun, but he's not good.
Very hot-headed.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that, so I'm gonna vote for
And Tarzan does not have a hair tie.
True that. What about you?
Yeah, I'm also voting for them.
Same, yeah.
For all the same reasons.
Mulan is an underrated, like she's
so
a really
good.
good hero for sure.
Yeah, she is. She's a fabulous hero.
Yeah.
Doesn't get
Elisa, no. She votes for Mulan and that dude 100%. So does Caitlin and Alexis. Haley's going for the sexy factor, voting for Tarzan. There you go.
Oh, Daddy Tarzan.
Yeah. Hannah says this whole side has great matchups. I agree. I think this has been a good side matchup.
Yeah.
I vote for Mulan all the way. So does Steve and April and Krista all voting for Mulan. And then Caitlin says you can say whatever. Mulan and the beefy fish stick. There you go. They are moving on to the next round. And I think this is our last one on this side for first round. Syndrome and Mr. Incredible versus Lady Tremaine and Cinderella.
That is just unfortunate. Like,
what are they doing?
So unfortunate. I will say Lady Tremaine would be so mean, but
she could verbally say
yeah. She could say some mean stuff, but that's about it. And
stones.
Cinderella just has a heart of gold. Like she is so,
That is an interesting photo of her.
Of who, Cinderella?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
on to the next snack, everybody.
Oh, God, what are we doing?
Snack reveal.
I'm sorry. What do we? All right. Sorry.
Wait, I'm late. What do we have?
Snack reveal. What do you got first for your snack?
Pretzel sticks.
Pretzel sticks. Oh, those are
These
good.
are my favorite chip, the Frito honey barbecue flavor twist. You really can't find them many places, but whenever Corey finds them for me, he brings them home for me.
Wait,
those are good.
Have we decided? Have people decided?
Just like casually.
Casual, yeah. Go for it.
I'll make it definitive. Syndrome and Mr. Incredible.
Okay.
I'm sorry that this is not even a contest.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm just leaving it at that. This is not even a contest. What's Cinderella going to do?
Nothing.
Sweep the floor of these two? No.
Okay, give her some slack. She's just a poor lady.
Yeah, they've also worked together when Syndrome was a youthful guy, remember? But then he sent him home. He said, "Go home, buddy. I work alone." But they
didn't
at least
work together. He wanted to.
He tried to help him, so maybe he would in this scenario. And I think even though he has no actual powers, he does have like the techie stuff. And Mr. Incredible is a big, burly, strong superhero.
Yeah. So. My vote is for Syndrome and Mistro. Incredible.
Yeah, agree. You do?
Yep.
A tough draw for the two ladies for sure. Where are we at here? April votes for Mr. Incredible. Haley wants to see the two Incredibles match up.
Yeah.
Who knows? Alexis votes Mr. Incredible. Caitlin is so sad that Cindy's going to lose. Just Incredibles and Syndrome. I know. So sorry, Cindy. Elisa as well. So does Hannah. And Steve and Kristen. And then again, technology. Yeah. So Syndrome and Mr. Incredible. Moving on. And I think, yes, round 2 of the right side. Maleficent versus Philip. Maleficent and Philip, because I'm trying to prepare how to say this.
Yeah, I know you are.
Thank you. Tamatoa
Perfect.
and Maui.
Yeah.
I think you were saying it fine originally, Brandon.
Tomato, Toa and Maui.
Very kind of interesting one here a little bit.
Yeah, it's tough.
Because like he's a huge crab. Like he is. She can turn into like a dragon, but he's huge. But
How huge? As big as a dragon?
all I know is in the movie Maui looks
he's not the same size. Maui's like only the size of like this big on his back.
on his
Oh,
back,
is he?
and the hook is like a toothpick on his back. He's huge.
Oh, I don't
I don't know.
I know mine.
Yeah, I know mine too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Tomato, Toa, and Maui because I'm gonna tell you why. I believe one that they would work well together. One is really large, is a crab, and like that is their power. Maui is a shapeshifter and can change up into things. Whereas I don't know if Maleficent and Philip would work well together. I think their personalities would struggle as a unit. And where Maleficent is a dragon and has so much to bring to the table, literally Prince Philip brings nothing to the table besides that pointy feather hat. So I'm not really sure what he's bringing to the partnership. So I'm going to go for the crab and Maui. Maui and Tomato, Toa.
I am going for Maui and Tonga toast as well.
What about you? Yeah,
Oh,
this is so good.
on first instinct, I
I lost my train of thought, but I agree with Brianna.
No, it's good. I like it, Corey.
I put so much effort in the name of saying
Yeah.
Tonga toast.
Now your turn, Heidi.
but because of Maui, I'm gonna pick.
I think that
I don't know about whatever his name is.
again, he probably can't do much because he's a crab, but he's so big. Like I just think that you know what I'm
I
saying.
need to like watch this movie
I
because I don't
think-
remember how big he is.
I'm gonna pull up a picture for you to show you. He's big. Like
For reference.
for reference.
He's also shiny. Talking about distraction. Where?
Yeah. But
What is he even doing? Like,
Maleficent is great, but I'm with you, Brianna. I'm voting for Maui and Mr. Crab Guy because I think that Maui of all of the heroes is a very strong hero that has like a unique power set of like a shapeshifter. I think is like unique.
Yep.
So I feel like that's why that I'm going to vote for them is because I think like if you did have to break this down into like single matchups, who then would be left after? I think that like yeah, he would just easily take on Philip for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the picture? This is so like there's his hook compared to this crab.
Oh, okay.
He's a big boy.
Wow.
So let's see in the chat what everyone has to say. Hannah votes for Maleficent. Alexis votes for Maui. So does Haley. Yeah. A little
Yeah.
flashy song and dance. I love that song also. Such an underrated song. Maui and tomatillo sauce for sure. Tonga toast, all the things. I also like everybody just like having a great time, snorting, laughing. Yep. So good, Corey. Oh look, April saw the crab in person at Disney on Ice. He's huge. April, thank you. April.
Oh my god, I love that.
What? He's making an appearance on Disney on Ice? No way.
We're bringing my niece and nephew. Logan and Olivia will love that.
I love that. And also Krista's voting for Maui. Look at that. I thought that Maleficent would do well, but I guess she like again. I think that he
got a bad got a bad setup.
Yep. They're moving on. Next up, the Screenslaver and Elastigirl versus Scar and Simba.
It's tough.
This is hard. The problem that I have here is lions are pretty fast, obviously, and very agile. I think that she, like Elastigirl, is good at a distance because she can stretch and hit them and stuff, but I think they're very quick. I know she's agile too, but I think that in this matchup she does kind of carry because this person's just a person who's under mind control.
Right.
And I think that she could do it. So like it's kind of giving me a tough time. I know that it is two lions and it's like they're literal like lions, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I'm going lion because I think that in these, when you get closer I don't know how well they'd work together, Elastigirl and the Screenslaver, because they're very different. Like Elastigirl has her powers of elasticity and she's very agile, whereas the Screenslaver doesn't really have anything. At least Scar and Simba are aligned, and I think they're both very physically agile, whereas I don't think the other pair is. So I think it would be Simba and Scar for me.
I agree.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're lions.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's yeah.
Like the whole like just species of lion works well in packs together.
True.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They hunt together.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. I feel that that's just the underlying denominator there that just makes them going to be successful in this
Yeah.
one. Absolutely.
Fair. So all of us are the same. Let's see everyone else. I think so far we got lots. Hannah, Scar, and Simba. So is Elisa, because a hypnotized lion, still a lion. Very fair. Alexis votes for Scar and Simba. Haley hates to say it, but gotta go Scar and Simba. So does Kristen and Krista. And then we are saying it's Screenslaver, but
I was also confused before, Hannah.
yeah. There we go.
Yeah, it's new to me.
Yeah. April votes Elastigirl because it's like she could do anything. I agree. She could do anything. I also, again, I love Incredibles so much. It's like by far my favorite Pixar movie. And I thought that Incredibles 2 was good, but haven't watched it in a long time. So maybe I have to revisit.
I thought you said Incredibles 2 you like better than Incredibles.
No. It's close, but I just haven't watched it like in a long time. So I'd love to rewatch it. And Caitlin is voting for Simba and Scar as well. So they are moving on. Next round is going to be Aladdin and Jafar versus Doofenshmirtz and Perry. Oh boy.
Yeah, I think you should just click and move.
This is an easy Aladdin and Jafar.
Aladdin and
Sorry.
Jafar.
No notes.
No notes.
No notes.
And the same.
Perry, sorry, buddy, but
Perry, they got an easy setup last round. So like,
yeah.
that's why they're here.
Who did they take down? They took
Yzma.
down. Oh yeah, yeah. That was like their perfect matchup was Yzma and Cusco for sure. Again, we'll save our spiel for these two guys potentially later because I think this is just clearly
we should just hit it.
A sweep. I think so, right?
Everyone's coming in.
Everybody's coming in, right? I mean, I'll pull it up if anybody. Yes, Krista. Yes.
All the way, baby.
All right, that's gonna take us through.
Yeah.
Krista, there you go. These guys moving on. I'm just gonna call it. Next up, Sean Yu and Mulan versus Syndrome and Mr. Incredible.
Oh.
Happy.
This is interesting, but if you line it up, it's muscles and muscles, and then literally the most powerful girly ever, and that guy. So like, I'm voting for Mulan.
Yeah. Okay. Mulan.
Well,
yeah. Okay.
But what? Mr. Incredible is strong, but like, that's it.
Okay, but I think
But he's like insane strength. It's not just like a strong guy.
if he punched like I know, like
But these guys can fight like agility.
Good combat. I guess
Good
so.
combat.
I'm voting Mr. Incredible and Syndrome for me.
What?
I agree.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I think that
Sad.
he's scary and I know probably has like
He's
good weapons and
strong.
stuff. Yeah, but not stronger than Mr. Incredible. I think that Mulan could beat Syndrome, but he'd be like flying around and using whatever tech stuff he has. I think that that's an interesting like pair.
Okay.
You know?
And Mulan only has a sword.
She's also good
So
at
get that to
fighting.
go up against like some tech stuff. I don't see it happening.
Yeah, it's fair. Brianna, what are you thinking?
This is a hard one.
Yeah, it's a hard one. One of the hardest so far, I think, a little bit.
Absolutely.
So this is where it gets. I just 1 second.
Oh yeah, no, go for it. It's cash here, you know?
Yeah. This is where it gets challenging because my heart wants to say Mulan and this guy, but logistically speaking, on paper, no way are they beating Mr. Incredible and
Syndrome.
Jerry. Yeah.
Jerry.
No way. There's a
Syndrome.
Mr. Incredible is like indestructible. Jerry is like a psychopath, and I just
He has all like the
Even though
Yeah,
Jerry's
just
actual
take it off his head.
no, he has like that
Yeah,
huge big droid
No,
with the arm.
The droid is
He can-
not
he
coming
can
in there
co-
with them.
Yes, because Big Hero 6 people had the robots,
Yeah,
so they
but
have.
the droid is not. That's like a whole other entity.
Well, that's his whole thing, and he can fly around with those boots.
Okay, well, if you're bringing the big droid in, then yeah.
He also really like he's kind of a lame-o guy because like he makes it seem like he has
Yeah,
powers, but he
exactly.
doesn't. But he still
a
has the
fraud.
technology.
yeah. I'm still gonna go Mr. Incredible and Jerry.
Okay.
Mr. Incredible is a like again an underrated. Like he's a big guy, a strong big guy.
Me and Mr. Incredible have beef.
Yeah, Heidi hates Mr. Incredible.
I don't know. Hate's a strong
I was
word.
about to say, I love sassy Heidi. She was given some like attitude in
Yeah,
that
she was.
answer.
She because she jokingly said that it should be Mr. Incredible and Mirage, that girl, because
Yeah,
she that's
he
the
has
whole
a
thing.
whole
that,
thing with her.
but I like no,
very
he's
disheartening.
he's loyal to the soil with
No,
Elastigirl.
he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah. Thank you, Brianna. Loyal to the soil. Yeah.
Heidi, just go put it on a Disney Reddit thread of conspiracies and get
Yeah.
back to what you find.
Okay, I will.
I also love this from earlier, Ashley. Not even a close decision. With Aladdin and Jafar, very funny.
Okay, come on, people.
Where are we
vote
at here? I
Mulan.
think it's right here. Steve kicking us off
Yes,
with Mulan.
Steve.
So is Alexis and
Yes.
Hannah. Mulan is underrated and low-key a bad.
Oh.
She could do some damage.
Caitlin.
Caitlin as well. Mulan, Elisa, Mr. Incredible, and Buddy. Haley and Kay are voting for Mr. Incredible. Krista, I'm assuming, is voting for Mulan, and Sean Yu. Sia and Caitlin is coming to Heidi's defense with
Yes.
Mirage and Mr.
Yes,
Incredible.
Caitlin.
And April is voting for Mr. Incredible. I think this one's
Come
close.
on, bring some more votes in, people.
Let's
No,
see.
It's not done yet. We
I
have
know.
to see if there's
We
any
gotta
votes.
see if you got a brother, a partner, a sister, a parent, and they're in the room and they want to
Did
vote.
Sorcerer Mickey vote?
If Sorcerer Mickey's voting for
Alyssa,
Mulan.
ask your husband. Anyone of partners with them in the room watching, ask them.
What does Ozzy think if Ozzy's there?
Yeah,
does he
what would
think?
have Ozzy say?
Are we at a tie right now?
Elisa,
No, it's just close.
Mr. Incredible
Okay, that'll do
for
it,
her
I
husband.
guess.
There you go. That's gonna do it. Buddy and Mr. Incredible.
I'm sad.
Moving on. Hannah's dog votes Mulan. My cat, Mr. Incredible. So fun. Here we go. Round 3. Big Crab Tamatoa and Maui versus Scar and Simba.
This
Oh.
is where the cat pack comes to an end.
I agree, Corey.
Cat pack
Yeah,
comes to
I
an
think we
end.
can't just say that because they're lions, they would automatic win. you know
Because
what I mean?
guess what? Maui can shapeshift into a lion, I think. Maybe.
Maybe.
And then you have a gigantic crab. Who are they gonna nibble at his feet? It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Maui and Tonga toast.
I kind of now like I'm afraid that this crab is a bit overpowered, but
Well, I didn't know
shall
he was
see.
so big, so
We'll see.
kind of.
What about you guys, Brianna, Heidi? Any thoughts?
Me and Sorcerer Mickey are gonna go for Tamatoa and Maui. And I believe that they, as in Simba and Scar, are very strong competitors and probably will work again well together. I do believe that Maui and Tamatoa have the edge up because one of them is huge, one of them has powers, and I think when you have like two different strengths that are not the same, I think you have a lot to offer. So I would have to say them.
I agree.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unanimous. Yeah. I don't know how far that they're gonna go, but I think they could probably go pretty far, these two guys.
I think they could go far.
I think so. Ozzy would have said Mr. Incredible.
Austin, no.
Love it, Ozzy.
Hey, Ozzy.
Haley says Maui can be a lion, and then Elisa says Mayo can turn into a lion. So yeah, I'm going shapeshifter. Mayo, aka Maui. Krista says cats don't like water. Maui and fried green tomato have to come to land. Kristen says the crustacean in Maui, Maui and the big crab, Maui and I just love all the names. Tomato. Alexis is voting for Maui. Caitlin says Simba and Scar because I hate that crab with my life. I was fast forward his bit in the movie. I love his,
I like
his
when he
song.
goes,
I think it's so funny.
"Shiny."
Shiny. Yes, and everybody they also don't like the song Shiny. Shiny haunts me. So they're moving on.
Oh, I don't mind the song.
I like the song.
I like it too.
I like it as well.
Jafar and Aladdin and Syndrome and Mr. Incredible.
I just have this affinity for Jafar and Aladdin, and maybe I give them a little bit too much credit than I should here against superheroes and like a super villain. However, there's just something about Aladdin's scrappiness and like continuing to fight on. And again, Jafar can hypnotize, and he was able to like shapeshift into I don't know. I feel like they could take them down just by sheer brain power of being scrappy, and I don't know, maybe I don't know. I want to keep them in.
I think that what's hard about this is Jafar turns into like a genie, right? Like in the movie, he's like a big genie.
Well, that's at the end.
Yeah,
He's a sorcerer.
Whatever, all these things. Yeah, sorcerer
and a lot of stuff. Yeah.
So I think that this is one where of the four, Jafar to me is like the strongest, like overall with a lot of stuff going on. I think that
with his big bot that you said brought into Mulan's fight.
Yes, because he could be this huge big huge big genie.
I don't know. I'm gonna vote for Mr. Incredible this time.
Oh, how the tides have turned.
Because if he can beat Mulan, then surely he can beat Aladdin.
A big, huge genie the size of Tomato the crab is huge.
I need to rewatch all these movies because I don't remember any of these scenes.
Right? Am I wrong or I'm correct?
I don't know.
Does he turn into?
I'll be honest. Brianna and I definitely weren't paying attention.
I think we blacked out. Can you repeat?
Heidi did like a.
I'm saying Jafar turns into a big red genie sorcerer. Like he's huge.
When he's in the.
Yes, and he has like a 28-pack abs.
He's huge.
When he's in the lamp, no?
No, he wishes that he could be a big genie.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna say if we're including all these things like that,
all right, 12.
I'm voting for Jafar and Aladdin. I think that Mr. Incredible carries that partnership, but I think in this one, like Jafar would trump all that with this like magical stuff.
Well, for the Incredibles,
it's fair.
Out of spite.
This is funny. Heidi needs stats like I wish.
Yeah, I really
Heidi
do.
needs all the facts. That's fair.
In this corner, being a sorcerer, sultan genie, Jafar.
I feel like I haven't seen these movies ever. The way that people are talking
standing
about
7 feet 10 inches.
Yeah.
Syndrome for Elisa. Jafat all day, says Hannah. So does Haley. April votes Mr. Incredible. Alexis and Ashley voting for Jafar and Aladdin. Ashley says, because I really don't like Buddy. I agree. I don't like him. Krista votes for Jafar and Aladdin. And those are the winners of this round.
They are.
Moving on. And here is our final for this side of the bracket.
Wow.
Tamatoa and Maui and Jafar and Aladdin.
So, actually, I must say, I have to give the nod to Jafar and Aladdin here because the crab, Tomato Man, is proven to be defeated with Mulan. Oh my God, Moana. I am losing it. With Moana just doing just really doing nothing.
Right.
Aladdin can offer a lot more than what Moana did. In terms of like a distraction or like assisting and whatnot. And Jafar is a very powerful being. So I kind of have to give the nod to Jafar and Aladdin here. Personally.
What you guys think? Any thoughts?
It's tough.
I'm also gonna go the same with Cory because I think Tamatoa is big, but really to me doesn't offer I think obviously he can like stomp around and use the claws, but if Jafar can be this big magical thing as well, I think that he could probably take down both of them. I think that Maui could take down Aladdin, but I think it's kind of like a toss up with like all four of them. It's an interesting mix, you know? And I also could be overvaluing Jafar.
Because if he's so powerful, then how did he end up like where he did?
Because they get the lamp and they rub him back in the lamp.
Yeah, because they wrote it. Yeah.
They grab the lamp and he goes back in the lamp.
So
Maui.
I think I got mine.
Yeah.
And to kind of piggyback off of Cory, I believe that if there's 2 versus 2, right, one has to go against one and one has to go against the other. And I believe that the crab would go up against Aladdin based on your point before, Moana turning the rock into the green algae. And he was like easily, the crab was easily kind of fooled by that. So if we're taking size out of it, I think that Aladdin is scrappier and smarter and more agile. If you have to put Jafar up against Maui, where Maui can shapeshift, I don't think that he has the bad villain power to overturn Jafar.
Yeah.
And then again, when you think about them working as a unit, I don't believe that Tamatoa and Maui against these two would work smarter. I think they would work harder. And I think that Aladdin and Jafar would work smarter, not harder.
It's fair. We got some votes for Jafar. Yeah, I thought that you did.
No.
Oh,
No,
you
she didn't.
were just coming at me. Sorry.
I was just coming at you,
Okay.
but I'm gonna just go with what everyone's saying and do Jafar because
Go with whatever you want. If
No.
you think it's the big crowd of Maui.
no, I don't want to.
Oh my.
No, I'm just kidding. No, everyone made good points. I was only voting like before. I feel like people were putting a lot of weight on Mr. Man's size.
Jafar. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like it carried him this far, but like
the
he doesn't
crab.
really have any abilities.
The
It
crab.
seems like
Yeah,
so. I'll go with what the consensus.
I also think this is funny that there's probably a genie lamp on
Yeah, that made me laugh. I like
Tamatoa's
that.
back is so funny.
Oh, yeah, it is.
For sure. Something on there. Jafar or Jafat. Haley is voting for Shiny and Maui. Hannah and Caitlin are voting for Aladdin and Jafar. And then Krista says that Jafar is going to break Maui's hook in a split second. No more shapeshifting.
Yeah.
Caitlin just really hates the crab. So our final matchup
What is the final matchup?
is pretty similar, I think, a little bit in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hades and Hercules and Jafar and Aladdin. These are very similar to me.
These are awesome. This is a great final. I really could see all 4 of them just dying because they were so great in the ring.
Oh, wow. I kind of think I have an initial thought of who I want to vote for, and then I'll kind of throw it out there. My initial thought is Hades and Hercules.
Yeah, same. I can't look away from them. I don't know why.
Because I think that Hercules and Aladdin are the same kind of style, right? Like sword, like all those kinds of things. But Hercules is just big. Like he's a big guy. And I think probably stronger. Aladdin's maybe probably quicker and stuff, maybe not. But Hades, I think, has like this unknown kind of power to me. Like I don't really know what he would do, but it kind of like scares me that like the underworld is like scary.
Right, and that's what I can't get past. Where Jafar could be like this all-powerful sorcerer, Hades can literally just be like, "Oh no, you're coming downstairs with me."
Right.
It's just like, "Oh, you're cooked then."
Exactly. That's my thought.
All right, so I have my thoughts.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get to my answer. I'm going to go with Hades and Herc. And the reason why is because if you pair villain to villain, either villain could take the other one out. Jafar could take out Herc, and Jafar could take out Hades, and Hades could take out Jafar.
Yeah.
If you put Hercules against Aladdin and Aladdin against Hercules, where I think that Hercules would, in fact, win, I do think that they could defeat each other. So then if you're there at the middle ground, then I say to myself, okay, could Aladdin beat Hercules alone? No shot.
No shot.
Could Hercules beat Jafar? Absolutely. So then I think, okay, what duo is actually a stronger matchup? And if you had to put hero versus villain and switch them, Hades and Herc's team would beat out Aladdin's team. So I'm going to go Hercules and Hades. But that's hard for me because I was really rooting for Jafar and Aladdin a lot throughout the competition, but I just think they have them beat.
Yeah, I agree. I think that this might be
Sweet.
a sweep in our final.
Wow.
Hades and Herc. Caitlin says Hades and Herc. Oh, never mind. Haley's there. Aladdin. Sorry. Because they jumped on me.
She saved the day.
Alexis is voting for Hades and Herc. So is Kristen. Hannah says it's way too good of a matchup. Can I vote for Sid instead?
Yes. You absolutely can. Honorary mention, Sid.
Ashley is voting for Hades and Herc. Elisa says the consolation prize, Sid the Sloth. And Krista is voting for Hades and Hercules, the Olympic Games. And that means our winner of the hero and villain duos Disney Knockout Round 3 is Hades and Hercules.
I always love seeing the big bracket.
Me too.
Yeah, the big board. Yeah. It's interesting how it shakes out. Any surprises? Did it shake out kind of how you thought?
You know, it's kind of fun. I mean,
I'm surprised Elsa made it as far as she did.
Yeah. I can pull it back up for you if you need to see it. Yeah.
I think my two biggest things that either surprised me or I didn't see coming. I did not think that Elsa was going to make it as far. I think she made out really well with who she paired against. The minute she got paired with Herc and Hades, like, it was over. I think she got some really easy duos in the beginning based on her icicle powers. And I think that the silliest one of all was Mr. Incredible and Cinderella. I mean, that was just, I felt bad for the
Are you kidding me? Hades and Hercules against Snow White and the Evil Queen.
I forgot about that.
That was a literal cakewalk of a battle.
That's so funny. So Heidi's just gonna put the links to Brianna and Cory's YouTube channel down there below, which was so fun. And just again, like on your end, you guys, what do you got coming up? Like what's on the
on the
channel? I know that you had your cruise line haul the other day.
Yeah, our Disney Cruise Line haul just went live, and we're probably going to end up filming a Disney Cruise Q&A tomorrow because I got all the questions, so we're ready to answer those. And regular, I think, just life stuff. Like, we don't really have anything over the next few weeks. We're just taking it slow, taking it easy.
This was such a busy year, so we're
truly
chilling. Taking advantage.
But we are going to record the podcast tomorrow or Sunday. So we will be back with podcast episodes. We're ready. I've got so many fun topics and so many fun ideas. So the podcast will be back on Monday, which we're excited about.
And you're gonna have so many Cory one-liners. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, there's all the things. It's all down in the chat. If you're new to our channel, consider sticking around here with us if you want to. We go live like usually twice a month, if not more than twice a month. And we got lots of stuff planned here. We're crossing the border tomorrow for a little trip over the border. So if anyone knows if Trader Joe's has got their holiday stuff, I need the holiday stuff. So
it's starting to come out.
Yeah. So hopefully I'm just hoping that we don't get there and they don't got it. I'll be like, oh, kind of sad. So hopefully, fingers crossed for us. But we'll have that video coming. We have our Disneyland Q&A, which is a bit late, of all the questions that people asked about that. And then some more stuff to come. So we're excited about that. But I'll pull up our quick things before we like maybe chat for a bit. But you can use our code on Magical Castle Company for 10% off of your order. Right now, they got all the Christmas stuff, all the holiday stuff, all the things. So definitely go check them out for all of those.
Work Pal hat.
Yeah, nice Work Pal. I got my Sorcerer Mickey hat on, and then I got my Sunny shirt, which will be coming soon for people that have asked us about it. Coming very soon, which is very fun and exciting. But so yeah, you can head over there to use our code. I don't really know what else is behind here. Oh, our video that we posted a week ago, which we haven't really like said much about because we haven't been live, but we posted a video picking our wedding party. We get married in June, so
sweet.
This is the video, which was fun. And then we, with our podcast, again, our co-hosts Haley and Tommy, they're pregnant with twins. They got lots going on, super busy. We're busy, so we kind of had like a few weeks of a little hiatus, and now we're back. And we had an episode on Monday, and we did a deep dive on Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party for this year, and did a little foodie guide, which you guys are big foodies. And I know that you're probably excited about this guide.
I'll be listening to that tomorrow in the car.
Yeah, so we kind of went through it. We shared about stuff that if we were there, what we would try and all that kind of stuff. And I have to say, a lot of it, like there wasn't many misses, I'll tell you, on the list of
No,
stuff.
I haven't done too much of a deep dive into it, I feel like. So I need to do that.
Yeah.
This is actually an episode idea that I had for us. So we'll have to copy the idea.
Go for it.
We're going to steal word for word. We're going to
What you
copy
said,
the
yeah.
transcript and we're just
Just recite it.
So funny. But yeah, this is like all the stuff kind of coming on our end. But I don't know, like if anybody has any questions, like the last little end before we kind of sign off. But we just love going live. Thank you guys for coming. We appreciate it so much. It's just so fun. We'll see if anyone else has any little questions. Starbucks has the holiday drinks, which is fun.
Yeah. They've got great holiday drinks out right now. They have all different iced coffees or refreshers and they have great holiday drinks this season, it looks like.
There you go. I was going to pull these up too, was that Hannah said that two things that she learned: Brianna hates Hans and Sid always wins.
And Sid always wins.
And Elise also learned some stuff that Pete is the worst villain and you can't chop off a car's head.
Yeah.
I love that. So funny. See, this is not only a fun time, it's
informative.
Yeah.
It's higher education.
Have we ever done a Disney ride bracket? The very first live streams that we did of like this kind of style was like a tier list of all four of the parks and did like S, A, B, C, D, like ranked all the things like that way. We've never done an overall rides bracket, which maybe we'll have to do. I feel like the hard part about it, I feel like that there's to me one clear winner. But,
yeah, I think Cosmic Rewind would win.
But maybe that's just me because I know that like people are very nostalgic. So maybe that would come in. Like I don't really know.
Hollywood Tower Hotel, baby.
You like that better
totally
than Guardians?
killing. Guardians wins.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I don't know.
Just need a controversial statement.
That's what I mean.
I thought of it on the live too just now. I was like, I wonder if we've done if you've done a ride bracket, and I remember seeing a Guardians pod in some, but I don't remember what that was for.
Place Guardians automatically as the winner, and then it's a battle for second.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
We've done all kind, like we've done. I feel like we've done Disney like we've done just all the most random things. So if anyone has ideas, send them our way. We're always trying to think of of new things. We also, like I said, one of the ones coming soon. I don't know if it's going to be before because I feel like that Christmas kind of gets into like the holiday content. But one of them, like I said, is like a Disney plot twist, right? Like Hans.
I love that.
Lots of villain. Like a lot of things of like which ones in the moment were like a shock, you know?
Yeah.
So who knows when that'll be, but we're just excited and thank you guys for hanging out with us. Look, see, everybody has their favorites. Carousel Progress. So who knows?
Nice little nap area.
Well, see, Carousel Progress is great if you want nostalgia, AC, or napping. It's a great spot.
Yeah, there you go. And then Elisa would be interested for you guys about some Jollywood nights, which again we've never done, so we wouldn't really have thoughts on it. But for you guys on your pod, there you go.
We could. We did Jollywood last year. We have a public plug. Go watch the Jollywood vlog. It was in our travel day vlog last year. We did the first ever night of Jollywood, and it got a lot of bad review on night one, as maybe it should have, because there was a lot of kinks to work out.
Chaos.
But we loved it. I loved Jollywood. So if you do want to hear, that would be a fun podcast to record.
That would be a great podcast.
You'll see that one in a few weeks. We'll definitely book that one in. We're going to do a cruise recap and a trip recap, and then we'll probably get into some holiday content because it's right around the corner. And then we'll save all of our like generic baseline episodes for the new year.
Yeah. And I also think it's interesting, like if someone was going, like, and you could pick one party, which party, like I don't know. Who knows? Maybe, could Jollywood give it a run? I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, we love you all. Thank you guys again for being here. We'll see you at the end of the month for a live stream. The last weekend of November, we're gonna go live, which we're excited about. So you can mark that in. We're gonna obviously share on Instagram at sunnytimestwo, all about that. But stay tuned for videos to come and that live in a few weeks. We'll see you all very soon.
And remember, it's always sunny.
It's always sunny.
Yay.